Welcome to JCCR Racing and Maggiore Racing, our favorite sim racer, Gran Turismo 7, and seeing what we can do with a little bit of kindness, some safe, smart driving, and hanging out with the community tonight. So I'm starting up in 8th, did a few practice laps with the Porsche GT4, and now switched into the Ferrari 458, and with no experience in GR4 and no experience with the Ferrari. Let's see what we can do here. Kind of the what not to do, I guess you could say. All things you generally want to avoid. Oh, Christopher Bieber, I was not up to it last night. It's not because of Canadian Thanksgiving. It's that I spent part of Canadian Thanksgiving washing the Shelby, washing, drying, and ceramic coating both the Shelby and the Porsche 911, and then I went to pick up my daughter and an old injury from 10 years ago in the deltoid where, messing around with my brother, I pulled a muscle and it came back last night with a vengeance. Well, sorry, it came back on Sunday, so I spent Sunday and Monday, so that was Saturday, so I spent Sunday and Monday icing, and the shoulder just wasn't good enough yet to be playing around with the torque of the steering wheel. So Christopher Bieber, thank you very much for asking. It wasn't because my daughter was sick. She's all better now. No fever in the house. No fever on my end either, which was recent enough. All done with that 2 weeks ago. Layla was sick last week. Dano599, what is up? The Texas Ranger, thanks for, we've already been booted. Punted early on, lap 1, turn 1. Now the Ferrari 458 is going to have incredible turn-in, but I find the Cayman had more grip going through corners at high speed, but this just has incredible turn-in. I'm going to go, didn't have to go wide, there's no one behind us. I'm going to try to deploy some safe, smart driving and see what safe, smart, smooth driving can get us. Let's get those SS warp drives, safe and smooth driving, up and running. Oh, good evening, Sunjib. Sunjib, a little crossover from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Very regular over there, and moderator. Alright, so we are following behind the American Germain. Or Germain. Ronan. Good evening, howdy Ronan. Howdy Dano, good to have you guys in. Let me know if after this race, or after the next race, after that, if tonight you guys are up for a lobby. Let's see if we can hold on, competing in a league that, well, I just don't have very much, can't say no experience, but very little experience in. And Tom, Super Doofus, if you know where I should be driving the GR4 Ferrari 458 in regards to brake balance, let me know. Hey, good evening, Pablo. Good to have you, mate. Dano, I'm glad that you're in. Always enjoy racing with you, buddy. I learn a lot trying to follow behind you. Alright, so third through there, 1 gear higher than suggested by, you can say, the Gran Turismo 7 co-pilot. Because in real racing, you'll either, if it's rally racing, have a co-pilot, or have the pit crew giving you tips when you need them. Ronan47, it sounds like. I appreciate that you share that kindness. And share that Dano has a wildly good lap over at Willow. I just wasn't up for 17 laps when I don't know how my shoulder is going to fare this evening. Doing the first 3 to 5 days with ice and then switching over to heat come day 3 to 5. Yeah, Willow can be pretty wild as you can easily go off track, either from your own mistake or often from another driver's mistake. Sometimes and often deliberate, I would argue. Yeah, 17 laps does sound brutal. Without a shoulder injury, so I'm definitely not going in with the shoulder injury to Willow. Oh, we get hit on the straightaway. We get hit again. Buddy, not cool. And Batman strikes. Not cool of me to do, but I have zero patience for people hitting on the straightaways. And the game clearly broken because I just did what would be pretty criminal in the real world, and I don't even get a 5-second penalty. The bigger people don't retaliate, but I guess I'm a small person tonight. A small little Batman bogglehead. Yeah, I appreciate the sarcasm, Pablo. What I did was not clean at all. And it's not a good example of clean, safe, smart racing. But when people are coming up from behind and they try to push you out of the way, I don't stand for that. I try not to ever start anything, but I can certainly end something. Thank you, Pablo. Oh, and I think the Cayman is really well suited for this track. The Cayman GT4. So I'm going to keep an eye on the radar. I'm going to be very careful not to cause an accident with that fast driving Cayman racing under the US flag as Mr. C. Winchester. Yeah, I'm not cool enough to be the full-size Batman. I'm just a little bogglehead. Ooh, I know if I catch a little bit of that green, I'm going to be gone in this car. Yeah, I think what tripped him up is I did mostly drive in a straight line, but what tripped him up is I hit the brakes as he was turning in. So I rewarded his hitting with a surprise. Oh, what am I gonna do? Whoa! Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to pass there. Yellow flag. Was I allowed to pass? I don't know. I would think no passing on a yellow flag. Oof. And we got a little hit there. I don't think he did that all that deliberately. No worries there. These things happen when people... It's hard to time the braking. Everyone's braking perfectly. Yeah, Super Doofus, I'm debating whether I eventually get virtual reality, because I know it'd be weird talking with y'all, hanging out and having this big mask on, but I also know that it'd be really good for seeing, I'm gonna assume, for seeing the sides, most of that right side. Yeah, Ronan, I agree with you. The yellow flag penalties that don't pass and you pick up something wild like 5 seconds, I would have been upset to pick up 5 seconds when I safely passed that car that was going at a very different speed. So clearly, to do better here, we need to get a better qualifying lap time, because had we started in third and picked up 2 positions, well, we couldn't complain. But when you start in 8th and pick up 2, it just isn't worth that much. But the important thing is we want to get 8 or above. Definitely want to improve our C rating and get into the B rating before Christmas. And it's October 14th, so I am most certainly wearing red. And so far, the day 1, Sunday, I can say that I had trouble lifting up my arm, and I'm glad that I can turn the steering wheel and get right back into racing with y'all that I do love. I find it's just rough dropping, what is it, $600 or $800 for virtual reality with the PS, because you can't use the meta system with this. You need the Sony approved one. Pretty rough. Pretty rough experimental expense. Oh, I put myself in the wrong position here. Should should have stayed on the inside there. Oh no, setting up this one right here. Oh no, I'm going wide. Oh, sorry friend. I did not catch enough that apex. Oh, I like the tight driving with the car beside me. Very clean driver. I'm going to watch that radar and be very cautious not to bump him because he's done a great job of being a proper racer, a proper sportsman. He is definitely applying the craft properly. Ooh, second. What was I thinking? And an over rev, so we'll have more track to try to duel it out. Safe duel with Mr. Winston Winchester here, like the rifle company. That Cayman is really good at sticking it through the quick turns. Let's see if we can... Oh, good, clean pass. High end speed, 121. Fantastic American racer with the BMW right there. Wonderful pass. That's what I like to see. Not used to driving the GT4 Ferrari, and I think it shows as I've revved out, what is that, the 4th or 5th time this race that I've revved it out. Know thy car, oh so important for being consistent in having good lap times. That was fun. I love the back and forth. When you got racers that are driving clean, you can just do the back and forth. Enjoy the sport. That is where it's at. Far more important than the position you get is the enjoyment you get out of the drive. I would have enjoyed another lap to see if I catch up to Mr. Winchester, but we'll cross him again this week. I'm sure of it, and we'll see how the next time we cross Winchester, how that goes. Ronan47, thank you very much for the support. And if you haven't already done so, speaking of support, kindness is free, and hitting that thumbs up is a huge sign of kindness that I would greatly appreciate. Really helps us grow the community, and with a bigger community comes more knowledge, and of course with more knowledge comes more power, and that is the goal, power and speed. So let's get it done. We did a thing. We're not in the losing points category. We're not in 9th and lower, and we picked up a position. We had a great back and forth. I think that's the most important thing. JS Rocket 13 saying, JCCR Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why he's saying I'm sorry. JS Rocket. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. No worries at all. Yeah, see Winchester. That was a ton of fun. Where is he here? That race was incredible, and congratulations. Thank you for the race, and I hope we get to race again. That was a ton of fun. Well done, Winchester. Well done. Your driving is as reliable as the American-made arms. And while Winchester at least used to be very much made in the USA. I know I'm quite a big fan of Charles Daly, as they're made in Daytona, Florida, one of my favorite places. Now let's get this race down to the lobbies, folks. I hope you're ready for a good lobbies race. YouTubers versus subscribers, where the goal is to race clean, have fun, and learn as much as we can. Thank you very much, Super Doofus, Ronan, and Dano for the kind message. Ooh, Lone Wolf 8384 saying he got his VR kit for 350. Well done. Geez, if I could find it for 350, I think that is right in my realm of willing to try it. And even if I don't use it when I'm hanging out and racing with y'all, I think I'll just enjoy it for, when I need to do an endurance race to pick up some credits to buy some fancy cars. Living vicariously through this game, buying the cars I can't afford in the real world. And I'm not complaining in any way whatsoever. Very happy owning a 2017 Shelby GT350, the 1999 Porsche 911, as well as the 1991 Toyota MR2. Despite that thing always needing money, it's now leaking oil and radiator fluid in the garage. Nutty little piss minute of a Toyota MR2 on its fourth engine, and I've owned other MR2s, and I've had wonderful issues such as changing alternators, changing oxygen sensors. Now I'm glad to say that I no longer have the factory oxygen sensor. Lone Wolf, how long are we going to be racing with subscribers? I'd say at least to 10:15. So I'd say we got about 45 minutes, but then at 10:15, I got to try to have a bit of an earlier week. Got to sleep off the shoulder injury and get it repaired through lots of sleep. So last night slept 9 hours, and if I keep getting 8-9 hours in, it'll be mostly good. Mostly good pretty darn quickly. All right, now of course I need a GR3 car. Very, very rarely drive these GR4s. Back to the Porsche 911. And possibly one of the most collectible 911s, other than the 90s version, is going to be the 991 Porsche 911. So that's 2012 to 2019. And I'm debating whether I sell the Shelby to pick one of those up. I do love the Shelby, and I think in the long term the Shelby is going to be very valuable. But a 2012, 2013 manual 911, it's a great joy to drive. Let's see. Let's put it on spectate mode. I'm going to run up and get some human. Do the human pit stop. I am right back. Let's put it on one of the drivers here. This is JCCR Ronan. Super Doofus. Nice livery, mate. Let's put it on. Hey, we got Winchester in the house. Right on. Let's put it on Winchester since we had such an amazing race with them, and I will be right back. Oh, you can't pick a car, only spectate. Ronan, that is unfortunate and not cool, because so far you've been, I think, in every single subscriber race, YouTuber and subscriber race. So teammate, good luck. Keep trying, and I will be right back. Maybe pull out, refresh, and jump back in. All right. Here we go. We got, oh, perfect. 8 to 12 racers. 12 starts to get a little high, 8 is a little low, but 10 is just perfect. And we've got Lone Wolf making it in. Fantastic. So let's just enter the course and give Lone Wolf a minute here. Now let me know in the comment section what car are you racing and what brake balance do you race it at. I think I have a pretty odd setup here, being at +2 with the 911. I think most people run it in the minus. But I've just been more consistent with it running at +2, so it's just, I guess, what works with my drive style. Dano pulling a 132.3, and I know he's going to pick up on that. And Dano and JCCR Racing Crew, a little update. Last week, was looking at maybe trading in the Shelby GT350 for a Dodge Viper with 53,000 kilometers, but it did hold an accident on it, and the repair was for $86,000 or $83,500 in the 80s. And while I was debating whether I trade in the Shelby GT350, I was at about a 95% no because of the accident, and it sold. It was put for sale at night and it sold the next morning. The price was really good, but it would have never, I don't think it would ever really grow to be a collectible because that $86,000 or $83,000 accident. JCCR Ronin putting down a 130.1. Fantastic. Let's get this race started. All right. Yes, we got everybody. Let's do it. Lone Wolf, what name do you race under? Let me know, because if you're not in at the end of the race, I will boot someone, the dirtiest driver, unless it's me. Of course, I'll try not. I'm going to do my best to not be dirty. But I'll boot someone and get you in. Cheers, folks. It's a Tuesday night, so this is clearly just water. Water, salt, and some apple cider vinegar. And just a little bit, you have to be careful, but just a little bit of bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. Oh, we got a Viper coming up. Beautiful car. Oh, it does not take much. And these things do happen. It doesn't take much on coming out on that turn. A slight touch to someone's rear and they are gone. As we were right there. So we got 5 laps to try to get back into it. No idea who did that, but Lone Wolf, if you're not in, let me know and try to figure out who started all that big collision. Knight Rider Jim here, saying, I'm looking for a spot. Oh, geez, okay. Hey, Knight Rider Jim, good evening. We'll make a spot for you. We'll have to remove one of the unknowns, or if someone reports some dirty driving. And Winchester, good clean driving there. Great spatial recognition, knowing where you are on the track versus to others, because most people just pull right onto the track wildly quickly, and they just get back on the track as fast as they possibly can, and often ram cars, as you could have right there. You could have easily rammed me. But you did a good job with your spatial recognition, knowing where others are in relation to you and the track. Ooh, not pretty there, how much I went off. All right, let's see, we've got Edward Days and Kev Meister in front of us. Let's see if we can catch up and get maybe a little bit of passing in. slipstream set to real, and damage isn't on extreme, but it is on the light. Ooh, I'm very careful there. I did a lot of extra slowing down so I don't have a collision with Mr. Edward Days. Winchester almost got in a pass there. Sorry, Winchester, I wasn't watching where I was in regards to you because I was just doing my best not to hit the car in front of me. Take the inside. Try to at least. Should slingshot out and get a pass in here. Probably got a little bit more of that apex. We really closed the gap up more than that. A little bit of traffic, a lot of traffic there. Lots of cars going through the turn at the same time, making for an entertaining turn. You don't see that ever often. Everyone going much slower through there. Whew. Did a little bit of lawn boy action right there to avoid a collision. And glad that the car beside us, KY Jelly, didn't knock us off. Could have put us back into the grass pretty easy. Oh my goodness. I guess it'll be a drag race. All right, thank you very much, Super Doofus, JTZ, and Kev M. Well, Knight Rider Jim, your spot's going to be opening up in just 2 laps. We often get 1 or 2 clowns for race 1. We boot. And then those that stay get the benefit of racing a nice clean lobby where we can actually practice the racecraft and enjoy the sport of racing. Not that arcadey Call of Duty racing. And here we are racing with Winchester again, like in the last race. So very glad that he followed along and made it to the lobby. Very, very cool. Because we're racing online with C. Winchester. And we're both in a 911, and I think we have a very similar drive style. It looks like we're following the same line here. I'm not just copying him, this is my usual line. Alright, we're getting a pass in, or maybe getting a pass in. Well, anyways, we're set up for the middle of the track here, so we're going to defend the apex. Oh, and he's going to pass on the inside. Really good job, Winchester. Really nice back and forth, turn by turn. Alright, let's see what we can do with Winchester here for the next lap. Final lap. Looks like it's going to be pretty close the whole way. Unless one of us makes a major mistake, it might be finishing like this. Lobby name is Lone Wolf is under JCCR Racing. Called JCCR Race Clean or Kick. Ooh, there's my mistake, and Winchester is gone. Looks like I'll be defending against Jay Dizzy. Try to trail brake right to the apex, and when we get to that apex, the middle inner curb, get back on the throttle. Took a little braking there. Try to follow the black lines. Dano, well done. JCCR Ronan, very well done. Let's get Knight Rider Jim into the mix now. Yeah, absolutely, Dano. I agree. Jim is always up there. It's Dano, Jim, and Ronan. Oops, here we go. So, exit out. And we got a report here. So, out for Jay Dizzy. And the other one was Kevin M. Often the B Racers. And there we go. There's Laugh Out Loud. You got snake bitten. Yes. Yes, we often get the snake bite from CY Guy Burgers and Fries saying, good race, man. That was a good race. Congratulations. For the most part, clean, other than the people that we booted. Yeah, Winchester, very clean driving. I loved going the back and forth because it's back and forth. It's not just he comes in, pushes me off, and then, you know, my race is ruined. It's nice to be able to have a back and forth with someone. Now, for the starts... Oh, Kev apologized. Ooh, and I booted him. Sorry about that. I guess I was a little late. Well, if Kev comes back, I will be able to put him back in. CY Guy Burgers is Winchester. Well, fantastic, Winchester. I'm having a blast driving with you. Thank you for dropping a comment so we can get to know you. Let's see here. Let's change event settings. Now, who won? Was Dano, you won the last one? So if you're quick enough, pick the race, and I'll put it on your race. Ronan cannot change his car. That is weird. Maybe once we change the race. But what are you thinking? Are you thinking Dano? Are you thinking Grand Valley? Are you thinking you need some Daytona time? Do you want to practice Maggiore? Let me know here. And I'll do the 5-second countdown. And if not, I'll pick Barcelona it is. Okay, right on time. Let's see here. Barcelona, is it near the top or the middle? Or shall we find it at the bottom? Thank you very much, Lone Wolf, for coming to join in under JCCR Race, Clean, or Kick. Barcelona. Barcelona. Must have passed over it. Barcelona. Here we go. Grand Prix layout. One less lap here. And do you prefer the grid start, or would you like to be going on a start that is a rolling start? Let me know, folks. Throw your comment, throw your vote down. Let's go a regular grid start. And we got 2 votes. I like grid as well. I prefer it, but I don't want to force my choices on people. I want everyone to be happy, maximize the enjoyment off the races. Yes, the green hack. I love it. Love Nurse All right, let's get everyone back in. Folks, pick your car. Hopefully you can. Knight Rider Jim, absolutely. Let's see where Knight Rider Jim is. Jay Rizio, back of the bus. Indeed, my friend. Oh, once you're in. And Dano as well. All right. So here, first I'm just going to figure out my car. Do I race 911? Grid start. Always nice to have the Ferrari for its wildly fast takeoff. But after that, I think I prefer the 911. Oh, Lone Wolf, I'm sorry. You can always try to... Well, no, we already are PSN friends, right? So you just have to do a search under friends. It's limited at 12, so there is space. I'm sorry that that it's not working well for you. Let's give everyone one free lap trial, at least those that are already in. The free lap, the experimental lap. Lone Wolf, I get that sometimes, and oddly, it's sometimes on the 15th try. Sometimes you hit triangle for refresh. That can help, but even then, sometimes I refresh 5 or 6 times, try joining, and sometimes it's just randomly on the 27th try that, boom, it says finally initializing and gets us in. Oh, fantastic. There we go. Oh, that makes sense. Yep. Gotta watch out for that dark gray right there. It'll spin you out. And that dark gray as well. But no, this is a fantastic track. Online, it's a tough track though when you're racing with some people that feel that hitting you off track is a race technique. And to the Kev Meister, I'm sorry for booting you after you had apologized. I didn't know you had apologized. Otherwise, definitely would have given you a second and even a third chance, because accidents absolutely happen. I make them often enough. There we go. There's our free practice lap. Now let's do the little grid change. Let's get Dano out in the back here. Ronan a little lower since he's a very good driver. And Dano at the bottom as well. Let's see what we can do here, folks. Let's get down to some quality racing. Oh, Christopher Bieber, I am sorry. It's you're not the only one. Knight Rider Jim was having trouble as well. And I've been having trouble lately anytime I've tried to get into other people's lobbies as well, and I guess I just keep hitting X and triangle to reset. Whew. Oh, that was quick. Sorry to the Viper behind me, Plebad. Already the 911, one of the slower cars for takeoff from a standstill. And when you combine the fact that I just didn't have the foot already down on the throttle, Skyline from Ghost 5030 is an excellent choice no matter what race you're taking on. Skyline is a fantastic vehicle. And I would think it should go up in collector value, because it's just a technological marvel, not just for its decade, you know, the 2009, incredible for the 2000s, and still incredible today. Absolutely, you could have a 2009 Skyline and you still have a technological marvel even by 2025 standards in regards to technology that makes you fast on a track, or helps you be fast on a track, I should say. All right, and I do like the extreme race rules, so there's next to no, there's the minimum ghosting. Ghosting's actually off, but the game still, even when you put ghosting off, still has ghosting maybe 5% of the time. Just like most cars, if you turn stability control off, it's still on quite a bit, except the Mustang, where it is very, very close to being completely off, truly off, you could say. And that's why we have all these accidents coming out of Cars and Coffee. Fantastic pass, Dano. Very, very clean. Now I'm gonna follow you and try to learn this track from you, but you cook and I'll try to stay in the kitchen. And if I can't, well, that's my problem. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Ground on that corner. Oh, Dano, I am sorry. Oh my goodness, I completely pooched that up. That's 100% my fault, and that was a dumb mistake on my part. I saw two cars, and I'm like, hey, I'll go in the middle. But instead, I missed my brake point because I was just focusing on the two cars. Really sorry, Dano. I really just focused on the two cars and lost track of the track, and I did hit the brakes, but in the turn. Like, I just completely cooked it because my visual points were no longer on the track. They were 100% on the cars around me, so sorry about that, Dano. As I kind of throw your race, that'll cost you your climb back to the top. And Naughty92 saying, hi, Johnny. Good evening, Naughty92. You just saw me pull off, not pull off a very stupid maneuver. One that wasn't pulled off with any success whatsoever. Pure failure. Oh, the servers are down. You're not the only one who's being affected, Naughty92. We've got Christopher Bieber trying to get in as well. I have to make sure it's not limited to 10 racers. Pretty sure we're at 12. And we have 10 spots filled, so there should still be 2 spots left. At the inside marker, time to get on the throttle, and needed to actually get on the throttle and not have the steering wheel turned in as much. Oh, Naughty, that's a nasty problem to have. I wonder if ChatGPT can give you a little bit of a walkthrough or a little tips and tricks on what to do there. Different things to try out. Okay, just the servers. Alright, go from the complete outside. We might be racing all by ourselves, but we can still try to learn the track. Alright, time to deploy a handful of tricks to try to get faster laps. Catch the apexes, of course. So here, suggesting second gear. Let's try that. Top of second gear. Catch the apex. I think we need to go through there in third gear. At the 100 mark. All right. Hey, good game, Dano. Thank you for laughing off my stupid maneuver. I will live in the embarrassment and live past the embarrassment. All right. Let's see who finished first. Thank you very much, Dano. So whoever finished first in that race, I came in so late that I didn't see the table for very long. Let me know. And let's see here. Races. Excuse me. And let's see what race we could be racing up. Let's hit up Grand Valley. I think we're due. I have a feeling they're going to bring this back pretty soon. We'll do 4 laps under all the same settings we already had. Yeah, Super Doofus, you were until I ruined your race. I'm sorry about that, Super Doofus. I don't know if I only hit Dano or if I also hit you in that, but either way, I'm very sorry, Super Doofus. I focused on the 2 cars in front of me, tried to go through the middle, and was not focusing on the track whatsoever. Don't forget, folks. Okay, cool. Thank you, Super Doofus. Glad you made it by, because I was not where I should be on that one. All right, folks, pick your cars. Make sure that you do have... Okay, we've got 11, so there is room for 12. Make sure you got your soft tires on. And JCCR Ronan spreading a message I can full-heartedly support, saying God bless and peace be with you. Yes, peace in the real world and peace on the racetrack as well. Let's get down. Ghost, you just got to hit that little green check mark. Don't drop out. You're still welcome here, friend. And let's just make sure we do have 12 racers allowed. All right, Ghost. Hit that green check mark. Let's get this race going. Let's see who's on the race. We got Dano in the incredible Viper. Super Doofus with his new livery. I am liking the stars, my friend. We got Plabad. We got the JCCR. Porsche 911 here. Ha! Good, Super Doofus. We could. It's in the U.S. Constitution to essentially just leave space open to invite Canada in to their republic, and a lot of the geographical lines, you know, they weren't always the same. France used to own a huge part of course, Canada and the U.S. You had the Louisiana Exchange, because basically all around the Mississippi, basically the middle of the United States was owned by France. They had what is, you know, essentially Quebec right now. And let's start the race. We've got our 11 racers. And then with the British, the British in Quebec, having won the battle, but knowing that Quebec could have just essentially moved into and be part of the United States, and that's when the territory that is now Quebec were allowed to speak French and follow their religion. All right, let's get into the race. I'm going to watch this radar more attentively. Move out of the way of the Viper here. Look at these fast cars take off. I need some room. Cowboy has hit Jenkins, and I'm just gonna cleanly drive between the two. All right, I'm up with JCCR Jay Rizzio, so all I gotta do is follow and learn, and if I can follow and learn, I will have a very quick race with Jay Rizzio. In fourth, we're doing a thing! So I think we're momentarily, not quite in last, but we're awfully close to it. Well, I'll have to write this down on my calendar because it is not very often that I pass Ronan. It's a once or twice a year event. It probably won't last very long, but let's see if we can have it last more than one turn. Gotta follow Jay Rizzio. Be like Jay Rizzio, drive like Jay Rizzio, and get results like Jay Rizzio. Ronan and Dano behind. That's also a once or twice a year occurrence, except for when we start them at the bottom of the pack, of course. Alright, so I gotta be in second through there, otherwise I lose all sorts of time. Learn and race again. Oof. Ate me some pylons. up in first. Okay, we've got 3 Canadians, followed by 2 Americans, followed by a Canadian. This is a mixed race here. The neighbor race. There's pylons on the track from lap 1, where I was missing. I couldn't find any track space. We're all clumped together. Let's see here, braking just before that apex, that marker, the turn-in marker. So quick little brake session. Coast in second here. Grab that marker and get back onto the throttle. .48 seconds, 1.568 seconds with the cars in front. We gotta try to keep that even, Steven. Oh, we got Dano coming up. Right on, Dano. Give me the good old pass. Alright, 1.1 seconds with Dano in front, 0.9 ahead. Let's see if we can hold on to our position. Just a little bit of race left. Gotta remember we're in the 911, we gotta rev out these gears, otherwise we're leaving speed on the table. That was a fantastic race. Good, clean, fun. Christopher Bieber, have a good night, buddy. All right, JCCR, Jay Rizzio in first with the Genesis XGR3. And we got Hernbrook Watch for Finger in the 911. We got Dano in his Viper. And we did a thing. We finished fourth. Thank you, Ronan. Or is it Ronan or Rizzio? I think it was Ronan behind us. Thanks for not passing us. Yes, that freaking Viper got us again. Fantastic race, guys. Very much enjoyed it. Oh, an unexpected error has occurred. So what does that mean? Does that mean we're able to have one last race? Going full Austin Powers on that race is possible. There's certain areas that if you go sideways, you don't have very much space at all to turn around or maneuver around. Maybe that's why a lot of people aren't a huge fan of of Highway 1. I like the race. Let's hit up Watkins Glen for the last race of the night. We'll hop in. Ooh, the operation cannot be completed. All right. Last race of the night. Let's see if we can get Watkins Glen in. Oh, wait, we got a D. Jenkins. Gotta hit that. And let's see now. Can we get Watkins in? And there we go now to the player that I kicked. You can come on back in. I just couldn't change race, and it didn't seem like you were getting to that check mark quite fast enough, but now you can make it right back in under JCCR Racing Clean or Kick. I love this track as well, Dano. It's an excellent track. So I'd say, folks, pick your car and get ready to have a fantastic race. Let me know in the comments what car you like for this race. I do like the McLaren quite a bit. I think the V12 Advantage would be fun here. Going to continue with my consistent 911. I know what to expect from it. I know how it's going to behave. And we'll get this last race up and running quickly. And I guess Ronan is probably still stuck on the same car. Possibly stuck on the same car. Or will he be driving the Supra? Let's race to find out. Alright, Super Doofus is in the 458, Winchester in the 911. Lone Wolf, thanks for making it in. Hopefully tomorrow night you'll be back and it will go a lot better with getting in. You're going to drive out here feeling safe, being somewhat off track. Oh, this could be quite havoc. Oh, we made it through. Right up the hill. All right, so I guess we'll go into second last. I think Ronan had a bit of an accident earlier on as well, or maybe with us there. That was quite the pile-up. Well, I look forward to following Ronan and learning this track to a higher level. Learning that in the 911, if we catch any of that grass or elevated curb, we are gone. All right, let's do a little walkthrough to how to survive this track as a rookie. Turn one. Turn one, it's calling for second gear, and I'm very curious, can we pull off third? I think second gear, at least for a moment, quick dropping into second gear for 1 second would have been ideal for rotation. Looks like Dano's going to give us a walkthrough on the race. Alright, so I find going in here at 5th, just quick drop it into 4th, last minute, and then drop it into 3rd once you're in between the S's to fly on through. The 3rd gear is just to get the rotation through there and stay on track. I do feel 2nd is needed through there. Now here, I'm a little lost what to do, because it's uphill, right? So you can have a lot of speed reduced just using the hill. But you don't want to go through so fast. Yeah, you just cook it. I think you can leave most of the braking for once you're actually going up the hill. Definitely 3rd gear through here, top of 3rd, pedal to the metal, drop into 3rd, catch the apex, and this is where Dano's going to have a lot more speed on me because he went through there quite smoothly. Let's have him pass us so we can then follow him. Perfect, so now right in position. If he tries to look behind us, I don't think he's going to get a whole lot of visuals from that window, so let's see. So 5th, let's hold 5th gear, hold 5th gear, last minute, drop it. Slow down into 4th and drop it into 3rd once you get through the 1st turn. And Dano's going through 3rd here, and that's why he's got both speed and is glued to the track. 2nd for rotation here, and quickly back into 3rd. Yeah, so just at the bottom, right before the hill starts to go up, we saw Dano put his brake lights on, and that's the fastest we've been through that section, the uphill section. Let's see here, outside, braking. Let's hit it, brake lights at the 100 marker. Let's rev out 3rd here. Outside. Oh, and I overcooked the turn. So definitely a turn that requires more brains than what I just put in there, but it's all part of the learning process. You make mistakes, you know what you should have done differently or what you can then try out next. Definitely turn 1, we need to be braking earlier so we can get a nice, smooth, speedy run through there. Here, we should be in 5th. We're going to go down into 4th. 3rd, right after the 1st turn, so we can really hug these apexes. Down to 3rd. At the 100, let's get us down into 2nd. Bottom of the hill, right at the beginning of the tire marks, is where we start to lay our tire marks. Didn't turn in enough there. All right, Dano, go, go, go. Show us this track. Thank you for giving us a chance to get right back behind you so we can get a tutorial with Dano here at the 100. Gets on the brakes. No braking whatsoever. Just top of the 3rd. We never see his brake lights go on. Quick braking and off. Oh, that was perfect. We haven't gone through the last turn that well. Thank you very much. In quite some time, Dano. Thank you for showing us those last few turns. Big improvement for myself on the last turn. Trick to learning anything, whether it's being an entrepreneur or especially in sales, you want it to be last. Too bad. I wanted to learn. So my wanting to learn was higher than your desire to be last. Good game, Dano. Folks, thank you so much. Don't forget to check out my friends' channels, Dano's channel, Super Doofus Tom, Filmness GT. Check out Knight Rider Jim. Sosa also has an excellent channel. He's not in every night, but he tries to make it in over here into the races. So check out their channels. And if I'm forgetting anyone, guys, put your link in. Blessed to have you along for the ride. Really enjoy that I get to race with my crew almost every night. I got to go easy on this arm. And thank you so much, folks. Yes, we will be back. Tonight was a good test for my shoulder. I am going to be able to race tomorrow, as long as I don't do anything stupid at the gym tomorrow. Yeah, nice race, Super Doofus. Absolutely. Let's get to the nice escapes as I sign off. Thank you so much. Blessed to have the racing community here. Thank you so much for being so supportive. Thank you for the good times. And remember, folks, whatever new skill you're trying to learn, just like I've been trying to learn this since basically January 2025. So December, end of December, January 2025. Learn to embrace the suck. Get into your awkward zone, or whether you call it the awkward zone or the embarrassment, realm of embarrassment. Get in there, get used to it, because anytime you're learning and growing, you need to be a little bit embarrassed, and it's just part of the process. As soon as you get acclimatized to embarrassment, you'll be more and more willing to take on new skills and new hobbies. And oddly, it's the new skills and new hobbies, or doing what most people are uncomfortable doing, will start to get you a little bonus in life. And if you get really good at doing what people don't want to do because it's intimidating or embarrassing, then you're going to make a whole lot of money in life, especially if it's in the process of helping other people. So remember, folks, kindness is free, but kindness can actually make you a whole lot of money in life, because if you're helping a lot of people out, you're probably going to be doing really well for yourself, unless it's, helping people out in a manner that anyone is comfortable doing, like digging a hole. Not the most high-paying job if you're digging it with a bare shovel, because anyone can do that. And I should say anyone, but maybe that'll end up being one of the high-paying jobs, as people just want to do computer-related jobs. But that's enough out of me for tonight. God bless and Godspeed, everyone. Thank you so much for making it to the races. Catch you, arms, shoulders not going any higher than that. Catch you in the races tomorrow night for YouTubers versus subscribers. And of course, we'll start off with giving it a crack at the C class as we try to get into the B class before Christmas. Have a great one. Winchester, it was great having you along tonight. I hope to see you in a whole lot more races. That was some fantastic racing I had with you online in the competitive racing and in our competitive yet proper sportsmanship racing. So, folks, you can add my PSN, my PlayStation Network as well. I'm going to work on changing it. Actually, I'll be back. I'm going to work on changing that tonight and tomorrow, because it is an embarrassing name that I oddly picked earlier. Thinking of changing my name to Nacho Cheese or something. Send me a comment what gamer tag I could use. It's a little less embarrassing than my current one. Folks, take care and see you soon. Wish you all more cars and more power, and hope you get to put the pedal to the metal in a car that you love sometime real soon.